cosine of 37 degrees. Again, that's equal to the adjacent, which is 40, divided by hypotenuse, which is C in this case. Okay? So that's what happens here. That's good. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so we get this, and really that's the hard part, because now you just have to solve for the unknown, which is C. So this is what I did. I multiplied both sides by C. I mean, clearly C can't be 0. That's kind of a duh. Oh, I shouldn't say that. It's kind of obvious. But when we do that, let me get the pen. Right, when I do that, BC's cancel. We get C times cosine of 37 degrees is 40. And then just like before, we divide by cosine of 37 degrees. These cancel. Oh boy. And we get C is 40 divided by cosine of 37 degrees. And you could, make sure you get these values in your calculator. Cosine of 37 degrees turns out to be approximately 0.798, that stuff. On an exam, I'll tell you how many decimal places to round to. Okay? And therefore, you get C divided by this is approximately 50.054, or 0854, excuse me. So that's what we get here. All right. Good. Are there any questions on this? Let's do another one then. So I put SOHCAHTOA here. So notice here, right? We have this angle, not saying the triangle is drawn to scale, so bear with me, but I have this angle here, 63 degrees. And we have this angle here, which is, and excuse me, this angle. We have this side, which is 8. So now we're going to find A, and then without using A, we're going to find C. When I say without using A, I basically mean without using Pythagorean's theorem. Let's use trig functions. All right. So how would you get A? Well, notice that A is the adjacent side to 63, right? So for A, this is our adjacent side, right? We have the opposite side. We know the opposite side, right? So we have opposite. We have adjacent we're dealing with. So we have to use tangent. That's the trig function we use. So we're going to use the tangent trig function here. We have tangent of 63 degrees, right? That's opposite divided by adjacent. So in this case, we're going to have 8. So tangent of 63 degrees, that's equal to opposite, which is 8, divided by the adjacent side, which is A. So we have 8 over A. Tangent of 63 degrees is 8 divided by A. All right, that's good. So what do we do now? Well, basically, we have to solve for A. Oh, there we go. So what I did here was I multiplied both sides by A. These cancel. And what we get is A times the tangent of 63 degrees is 8. Okay, but we want A, so we have to get A all alone. So we're going to divide by tangent of 63 degrees. We divide by that. And we get A is 8 over tangent of 63 degrees. So then, right, what do we have? Well, Tangent of 63 degrees, if you do it in your calculator, you actually get this number. So it's approximately this. I just rounded it to 5 decimal places. And so A, which is 8 divided by tangent of 63 degrees, it's approximately this. Okay. Any questions on that? Any questions? Okay. Well, what about, let us not find A, let's find, that should be a C, sorry. We're gonna find C. Now, how do we know, how do we know to use sine? Well, we have the opposite, right? We want the hypotenuse, C is our hypotenuse, right? So we have opposite, hypotenuse. What do we use? The sine trig function. And the process is actually the same as what we did for tangent. You multiply both sides by C, right? These cancel. You get C times sine of 63 degrees is 8. Then you divide. You get C is equal to this. 8 divided by sine of 63 degrees. Then you calculate that in your calculator and do this. So we get this. Are there any questions on this? This should have been C, not A, so sorry about that. Because we're out of time, so we'll have to stop. So I'm going to have to stop here. So, okay. Again, you do have homework due Wednesday, so I have office hours tomorrow if you need me. Or you can email me.